All right, welcome to the Rising Standard, our new agent podcast. I'm so excited. So Jade and I have been talking. If y'all don't know Jade, Jade's been with the team for, we're going 4 years now? 4 years. Started as an administrator for the team, went to transaction coordinator, went to really leading our ops team for a hot minute for us and bailed us out of a bad situation. And then Jade came to me one day and she was like, screw you, screw this salary. I've been listening to you talk about commissions and going all in on yourself and giving yourself a chance. And I quit. That's not exactly how it went.
At all. Not even close.
That's my version. That's what I tell myself in my head.
You heard the wrong words.
But it was like much more like it was a good conversation though. Yeah. And then, so as of January 1st, you gave up your salary.
I did.
And you went to a commission lifestyle.
I did.
Yeah, all right.
It's the scariest jump of my life.
But you're doing so well.
Indeed.
You've already had closings, multiple closings. You have how many listings under management right now?
17.
And how many are pending under contract?
All but 6.
All but 6. Not bad. And those other ones, like, they still have promise, like they can still sell,
oh,
right?
Yeah, we're expecting offers on a couple of them this week.
Right. So some may say you're batting 100 currently.
I'm not mad at
or
that.
1,000. I think the terminology is 1,000. Sorry, don't shoot me, baseball fans. I'm not one. So very
not
cool.
100 batting average. No thanks.
Yeah, no, I think the 1,000 is where you're supposed to be. Yeah, 300 makes you elite.
100 does not.
No, it's not good. All right. So the point of this agent podcast, The Rising Standard, is not for me to talk. It is actually for Jade to talk. And for her to tell you her story, whatever part of that she wants to let you in on. Because I think it's important that people know where you came from and what you're doing with your life and why you took this crazy-ass leap of faith with us. And, yeah. So where do we start, Jade?
I mean, we could be here all day, but
we only have 19 minutes.
Because I have a listing appointment.
And these podcasts are only supposed to be 20 minutes long.
All right. So, I made the jump because my whole life I have had my own back. I learned early on, don't get me wrong, I had family who loved me and took care of me, but I learned that if anyone was going to save me, it was going to be myself. And over the years, I put in a lot of work at different businesses, a lot of hours, and helped a ton of people grow their businesses. And I've absolutely enjoyed doing that. And like you said, we hear it, we talk about it, and I see it every single day, what this lifestyle does for the people that I sit with on a day-to-day basis. And I think truthfully beforehand, outside of fear of just money in general and it being a commission base, I think on a very deep level, I didn't think I was worth that that lifestyle, that freedom that comes with it. Now we know how that goes. It comes with freedom, but
yeah, it's money freedom if you go all in on this lifestyle, but time you lose some of that.
Indeed. And even without being in this commission structure and this business, I always was putting in a lot of time. I've always valued myself as a hard worker. When I say I have a hard time finding my worth, I know one thing that I can do is prove my worth through hard work, because that's something I've never lacked. And decided to start doing that for myself too.
Yeah, and what you said is absolutely true. The one thing that I personally noticed about being a part of your life and being your employer for years is that you always worked more than you were expected to work. Like, you would show up early if that's what the job called for. There were nights that I had to call you and tell you to leave the office, especially there towards the end, because you knew that we were in a bad situation, and you were like, I'm on the boat with you, and you go home, and I'll take care of this. And I really appreciated that about you. I'm getting emotional right now.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Yeah. I can feel the emotions
I'm
behind my eyes.
Turn the AC back down. You were right, Jordan.
But no, I mean, what you said is true. Like, you have helped other people grow their businesses your entire life. And I know, people that sit in your place, you got to see the finances of successful real estate agents, because that's typically what we breed here. And they're when you know that you're working much harder than some, and you see the commission checks that roll across the table, how does that make you feel?
Don't get me wrong. I very much enjoyed my role as I played many different things for different people at different times since I've been here. And I never want to take away from someone's success. I was extremely happy for everybody receiving those checks. And that doesn't make doing a ton of the work or whatever you may see fit look any better when your check is less than half of that. And so when you continuously see that and you're like, okay, well, I'm doing hard things already. I'm putting in these hours already. I'm having these conversations already. Well, let's just seal the deal and make the money too. And that was pretty much where I was at. I've worked in honestly all aspects of real estate, from lending to title to transaction coordinating to now being a licensed agent. And I think that seeing all of those things helped me get to this point and be a great agent. And it showed me that I could do it and made me feel like I had earned that spot of being an agent and that lifestyle.
You definitely earned it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So how deep am I allowed to go? And I'm gonna ask questions. So I mean, you can just.
We'll just say pass if I don't like it.
Yeah.
Jordan can edit it.
Yeah, that's fine. And look, Jordan can edit anything. So, I want you to go back all the way to your childhood. All right, the life that statistically you should have lived versus the life that you're currently building, and how quickly you're building it. Can you describe, like, from the place you started to where you're now and what that's going to mean, to where you are now and what that's going to mean for you, for your family, for your husband, for your child?
Yeah. If y'all know anything about me, you know that I have a 15-year-old son, and I'm not quite old enough.
How old are you again?
Rude. I'm 29.
Oh my God. It's not rude to ask a girl in her 20s how old she is.
If you're under 30, I think it's fine, right?
Yeah.
I don't go parading that around because then people start doing the math. You see them crunching the numbers. Somebody wanted to tell everyone at a listing appointment about that for me. I loved that. Anyways.
Hey, we were relating.
Yeah, well, anywho, I did. I had my son extremely young, made some poor choices. Like I said, I had a mother who loved me, a grandmother who loved me, and we didn't come from the most wealthiest background. And I just made a couple of decisions on my own that led me with a baby at 14. I had been 14 for 30 days. And
So you were pregnant for most of your 13-year-old life.
My entire 8th grade year of middle school.
Like, if you're a parent out there, I want you to imagine, like, what that would be like for your child. Like,
I do. I think about it every year. We hit another birthday, and
you're
I'm
like,
like,
he doesn't have a kid.
We're making it. I'm doing something right.
We are breaking generational curses, baby. Let's go. Oh man.
And it was a long road after that. Obviously, statistically speaking, most girls having babies at 13 and 14 aren't making it extremely far early on in their adulthood.
If you don't marry rich, your life is shitty and pretty much over.
Yeah, well, that wasn't going to happen for me. I never expected to marry rich. Now, in hindsight, I'm just kidding. I love Ricky. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But I mean, like, the statistic is that if you have a baby in your teenage years, that you are going to live below. I do not quote me on this. It's super high, like 80+% chance that you live below the poverty line for the rest of your adult life. Yeah. Like, that's the statistic. That's the cool story, in my opinion. Yeah. And so let's talk about that. Like, you start, like, you loved the child, you raised the child, congratulations for keeping the child. I know that was probably a tough decision, honestly. Was that an easy one for you?
It was. I can remember that like it was yesterday, sitting on the couch with my mom, having to tell her. And after all the emotions had died down a little bit, she looked at me and she was like, "What do you want to do?" And I was like, "I'm keeping him." I never guessed. It was never an option in my head. My mom's adopted, and
so that's just something that the family believes in that. Yeah, and I love that. All right, and then so All right. There's some things here I don't know. I mean, you're 14 years old.
Yeah.
For 30 days, you're having a kid. Very large kid, by the way.
He's massive.
God, that kid's huge. Like Cullen is the size of a refrigerator, and he's 15 years old now. This kid is going to be able to beat me up in the next few years. And Ricky, I apologize. Like you're going to get beat up too. Yeah. This is his dad. But anyway, where did we go from there? We have 11 minutes.
All right, let me see. So we had Cullen, and cue my postpartum, cue my mental health struggles. I don't know if you've ever been a 13-year-old, 14-year-old girl, but baby, it's emotional already. You add a baby, a pregnancy, a baby daddy, all the drama that comes with that, and work. I started working too. So, like all of those things, and it put a lot of strain on my mental health. Over the next several years, I really struggled with my mental health. I take pride in I was always a great mom. I was there for my son. But I went through a really dark time for several years, struggled with, all kinds of things, like really, really had a hard time. And during that time, you could not have told me I'd be sitting on this couch today.
Yeah.
I have chill bumps.
Yeah.
But you couldn't have begin to explain to me the life I was going to build for myself. My son's dad and I, we both didn't have the greatest backgrounds, and his was much, much worse than mine, and he wasn't maturing and making the choices that I saw fit, and so we went our separate ways. Although we still co-parented, we definitely didn't have any type of personal relationship. And like I said, I went to work. I worked 2 to 3 jobs my entire high school. And then due to the mental health struggles and all of that, I ended up dropping out of high school, actually. I don't talk about that a lot.
So net statistic, you didn't get a high school diploma.
Yeah. I did go and get my GED, and I went straight into college. I wanted to do psychology because of the struggles I had been through. The more I got into psychology, the more I realized that I wasn't healthy enough to be in that field, number one, and two, I was missing so much of my son's life. I was ready to get out of school. So fast forward, I'm in my last year of college, and once again, I drop out. Mm-hmm. It was just, looking back on it now, I don't regret it at all. And it just boiled down to not enough time, not enough resources, which probably is the reason for most people dropping out.
Yeah.
Anywho, shortly after that, I had worked some odd-end jobs, and then I found my way into real estate in 2017.
And that was through the Keller Williams system, correct?
Yes, yeah. I applied on Indeed for a receptionist-type position there.
The Dofi.
Yes, Dofi, and made that entrance in. And
Jade's job was being nice to people.
Which
means it was 100% a job. Y'all have to know my relationship with Queen Yade over here. She's in my phone as Queen Jade. I call her Yade. I don't know why. But yeah, being naturally nice to people is not what I would consider your superpower.
I'm not naturally nice to you. There are actually tons of people out there that think I'm a very nice person.
That Jordan is just going to clip that statement right there. I'm not naturally nice to you, Harrison, period.
Please don't do that.
And then, so Jade actually did not like me for...
That isn't true.
You lying sack of shit.
Okay, let me let you finish. I want to hear this. I didn't like you.
You thought I was mean, which is possibly fair. Mm. I did say something kind of rude to her one day. So am I allowed to talk about your bad habit?
Yeah.
Jade smoked cigarettes.
I did.
She used to. Until I made fun of her enough.
Was that it?
I'm claiming that for myself. Let me be selfish. Until I made fun of her enough and set her on the right path. It's not really what happened, but I can dream. But no, I had made a classy versus trashy statement to her, and I was joking, and I did not realize that I had hurt her feelings, and I did hurt her feelings. And she carried that with her for some time. Years.
From Keller Williams to here.
And I think that was actually one of the, whenever you were getting interviewed, when you were interviewing over here, that was one of the things that you're like, I don't think that Harrison and I will mesh.
Yeah.
And I think, I mean, you probably said more words than that. I
I don't think we would communicate well was actually what I think I said. And man.
But.
Right.
So and look, y'all have to understand our dynamic, like, because I was the primary listing agent on the team forever and she was the head transaction coordinator. Me and Jade talked a lot and worked together a lot. And our relationship, like, I consider you a sister.
Yeah.
Like,
I would agree. A brother I never wanted.
That was just fucking mean for no reason. Okay. This is not why we did the role. We're supposed to be rising the standard. Yeah, raising, whatever. I don't know English.
Sibling love, that's how we show that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And so, her even taking the job initially was kind of, and then I was fine working with you, but I remember my comment to the interviewing manager at that time, and I was like, I don't think she wants to work with me. That was probably true at the time. But over time, I think we realized that we had both, like, I had matured. Like, the Harrison that said that to her was also a very hurt. That morning, I remember the morning that I said that to you. Very hungover. It was after I lost my child, and so I was self-medicating with alcohol, and I, truthfully was hungover until 10, 11 a.m. every morning, and just went into the office at 7, 8 o'clock and started working, and you were there, and you just got my sassy comment of the day, apparently.
And truthfully, let's not put you in this bad light as you were making it out to be. It did stick with me, and due to everybody has their own things, right?
Yeah.
It was said in a playful manner. It wasn't like you came up and you were like, God, you're so trashy. Like, you never said anything
No,
like
I would
that.
never do that.
No, I just don't want people to think that that's
But
what
I've
it was.
matured to a point now where I wouldn't even play like
right.
that, because I could realize, like, how that could be an insecurity or something like, yeah, I'm struggling with it. Thanks for calling it out, asshole. So we all grow in this journey. I definitely know I have. All right. And so Jade, you've gone through all that. And then let's talk about what head down work means to you. And when you say you can't imagine yourself sitting on the couch, I don't think people know what that means. Can you define that? Like, what does head down work mean to you? And can you define what you sitting on that couch actually means today?
Head down work, I mean, you just do it.
Yeah.
Like
even when you don't feel like it.
Yeah, we don't have another option. The bills don't pay themselves. The trips don't book themselves. Life doesn't live itself. It's up to us to do that. We only get one. And although we don't want to spend it all working, it takes hard work to have fun too. Head down, that's exactly what it means. Keep your head down, focus, work, get it done, then play.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think you actually spend much time playing. You're really kind of a head down where, like, when I say one of us, like, there's very few of those people. And I know that's weird, but, like, there's, we have a team and all high performing based on, like, if you compare it to average, teams or the market. And there's only a handful of people who truly know and live the head down work mentality. And you're one of those people.
Thank you.
I appreciate that about you.
It means a lot to me. That's one thing somebody will never be able to take away from me is my work ethic.
You will always have a job. You will always have people. You will always have clients, because you know what it is to get in the trenches and go fight every single day.
I think that like head down, getting in the trenches. We all, or not all, but growing up, my grandmother specifically, I have to go to college. I have to get a degree, or I'm never going to be able to do anything in life. And I think growing up, I realized actually, if I work hard, I can do whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
Now, college is beneficial, I'm not saying that. And I just learned along the way that, like, sometimes hard work, keeping your head down, being in the trenches, doing it no matter what, whether you feel good or not, that pays off more than going to college for 4 years.
Yeah. You can outwork somebody's college degree.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I've outworked, like, I today, even before I made this switch in my salary position, made more than I ever would have with my business degree, just like at a corporate
your ending salary after bonuses was more than pretty much everybody leaving college without a specialty degree. It was a career salary.
Yeah.
Like,
And I mean,
yeah.
I could have lived like that for the rest of my life and been comfortable, especially because I have a 2-income household. And I wanted more out of life. I wanted more out of all the hard work I've put in.
Yeah. Well, you know, some people get to see in her position, right? So she's in a transaction coordinator position, so she sees the settlement statements and the commissions that are coming through and all that stuff. We see some people go into jealousy, and so they act out and they ask for raises, or they, go, I'm not going to do that. I see how much money they're making, blah, blah, blah. Jade never did that. She just goes, I'm going to go get my opportunity too. And she's done that. So now let's define what that couch means to you. Not literally the couch, guys. It's
a figurative.
Yeah, like she said, I never thought I'd be sitting here on this couch. Like, what is that today? Define that for us.
I'm going to really try not to get emotional, but during those dark times of my life, I didn't think I was even going to be alive. So that in itself, to be almost 30 is an accomplishment. To be almost 30 and not be in prison, also an accomplishment. And I know that sounds like a funny joke, but I'm being serious.
Because I know you, I know that's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom looked at me on my 18th birthday and was like, this is real now. Like, your decisions are like lifetime for now. And I was like, I got you. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, being here today is absolutely unreal, and I'm so not done yet. But from literally wanting to and trying to marrying my son's dad 10 years after the fact, and us building this life, living in a home that we've bought together from hard work that we are seeing come to fruition in a neighborhood I never thought I would live in. And I genuinely enjoy being here every day. I've never been around that. Like, nobody I ever was around enjoyed going to work every day. It was something that they hated to do. And that's honestly probably the case for most people.
Oh, yeah.
I absolutely love it. Now, don't get me wrong. Y'all come in here on a hot Tuesday, and there's somehow you might see me looking a little crazy. But I love it. Like, even on those days, I don't know what else I would do. Someone actually asked me that the other day, what I would do if I didn't do real estate. And I don't have a flipping clue because I love it. And I've been doing it for about 10 years now. And it is, in my opinion, a field that if you show up, you show out, it pays off. Mm-hmm. There are a ton of people that come into this business and they think that they're just going to show up, and then that's it. And then they're going to get the check. Sometimes it works that way for people occasionally. Yeah. Most of the time it doesn't. And what this couch means to me is that my hard work is paying off. I'm not finished, but I've made it way past where I thought I'd ever be.
Yeah. You know what's interesting about a commission job?
We determine.
It always pays you what you're worth.
That's very
Every single time.
It's very true.
Is it paying you what you're worth yet?
I'm enjoying it so far. I definitely, I struggle still with self-worth and all of those things, and I'm very grateful to be sitting here, very grateful to be receiving the commission checks. I'm just very grateful to be surrounded by other people that are like-minded and being in the trenches, even when we don't want to be, well, whoever really wants to be there. But truthfully, the trenches were home for me for a long time.
I mean, Jade, respectfully, because you're one of us, the trenches will always be your home. Like, that's just where we live, and there's certain people who don't know how to get out of the trenches.
Yeah.
Like, Amanda and I were sitting there having dinner last night while we both had iPads and laptops open, working. I was working on Place Tech. She was messaging past clients and setting up showings and stuff. And we were just laughing, and we were like, this is our ideal life. Like, we enjoy it. Mm-hmm. And am I wrong when I say that? When I say one of us, like, that's what I mean. You're one of us when it comes to that.
There'll never be. If my husband came home tonight and was like, I'm just kidding you. This whole thing has been a sham, and I actually have billions. I'm still gonna have to do this. I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, you're still gonna see me show up every day. He's still gonna see me glued to my phone and laptop 24/7 because I have to.
Yeah, it's not about the money. Like,
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a great benefit, and it provides the life for my child I want.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with that at the same time.
Yeah, the money is freedom.
Yeah.
The,
It's extra.
The joy is in the work. Yeah.
I will never, money, a trip, anything that money can buy is probably never going to give me the high that I get from a yes, from a seller, or helping a first-time home buyer find their home. I was standing with a client at their new house the other day, and one of them used to live on these streets in New York. And the other one has lived here their whole life, but has also lived on the streets before. And they're both in their late 40s, buying their first home. And
beautiful.
I mean, we were all crying. We were just bawling.
Yeah.
And like that gives me things that the money never will. The money is just a bonus.
Yeah, I love that. Well, Jade, you have a listing appointment to get to.
I do.
And I want to thank you for getting on camera today.
Thank you.
And being the first person on the Rising Standard Agent podcast. And I want you to know how appreciative I am for you and how much we love you, because you're awesome. And I'm really thankful that we're on the same team.
Thank you very much. I'm very glad to be here. I love you.
Now go get that damn listing agreement signed.
I'm getting the yes.
Shit.
Already got it.
All right, guys, we'll see y'all later. Thank you for tuning in.